What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from RaR Brewing, and they're out of Cambridge, Maryland, and this is their Imperial Stack Em High. So this is a breakfast stout that is conditioned on maple syrup and blueberries. It comes in at 10% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, and this can is approximately 4.5 months old. And I picked this one up at Halftime Beverage via halftimebeverage.com. So in the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that I grabbed. And I picked up 31 beers in total, which included an entire mixed 10-pack of RaR beers for 44 bucks. That was a pretty good deal that I couldn't pass up. It included 6 beers within their out of order pastry sour series, 3 hop forward beers, and this beer, the Lone Stout. So this is essentially Imperial pastry stout, and they say breakfast stout. Now when I thought about breakfast stout, I'm thinking definitely coffee in there. They do not mention coffee, but on Instagram and Untappd, they mentioned that they brewed this one with a bunch of different I think it's caramel and specialty dark malts. In addition to that, they boil this one for 10 hours, and they also use dark Belgian candy sugar in addition to conditioning this one on maple syrup and blueberries. I've only had one other stout from RaR, and it was their We All Float, which was an Imperial root beer float stout. That was probably like 6 or 7 years ago. It was awesome. It was an awesome beer, tasted like root beer in Imperial stout form. Fantastic. So I have high hopes for this one. I guess we'll see how this one is, but I'm looking forward to it. So it does say drink fresh, do not age, but this isn't super fresh. But you know, I got it a couple months ago, but it's been in my, I actually kept this in my darker beer fridge until yesterday, where I put it, or in my regular beer fridge until yesterday, I put it in my darker beer fridge. So, you know, if any of the ingredients had a, you know, thought about maybe re-fermenting, hopefully not in the colder fridge. All right, so I anticipate this head is going to fizzle away because of the adjuncts. I'm not positive, but I think it might. Anyway, how does this beer look? Well, pouring out, it looked like straight up motor oil. It really did. And it still does. That is pitch black. It was pitch black pouring out. Looked like motor oil. Looked like just crazy how deep and dark it was. Had about a finger and still has about a finger of this straight up brown colored head, maybe even a darker brown colored head. Looks very creamy. It is fizzing away, but not as quickly as I thought. I thought it'd be gone by now. So really nice looking beer. Just looks beautiful. So let's get a nose. Holy shit. Yes, maple syrup. Dude. Oh, whew. All right, time out. It smells like blueberry pancakes if somebody drizzled both maple syrup and some kind of like dark chocolate syrup on there. Not like a Hershey's, but like their own like dark chocolate syrup, like an artisan kind of vibe. Has a little bit of like a dark roasted kind of character. It definitely has coffee coming from the base malt, so it's giving me breakfast vibes for sure. I love authentic blueberries. I love maple syrup. This just smells amazing to me. It smells like it's going to be quite sweet, though. So, yeah, I mean, blueberries, and they're both tart, and they have a little bit of, like, you could smell like it's going to be tart and sweet. It's going to be like an actual blueberry. The maple syrup smells authentic and not like your table syrup that tries to replicate maple syrup. There's coffee from the base malt, a little roasted malt as well, and then a big, like, sweet, dark chocolate vibe. Smells awesome. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. It's fucking delicious. Wow. Wow. Definitely sweet. Oh. That is great. That, like, all right, so got to keep in mind, the reason why I call this one Imperial Pastry Stout is it is. Anything as a pastry stout typically has a bunch of, you know, sweet additives. Here you got maple syrup, clearly, but then blueberries can add the sweetness as well. It's 10%. You know it's going to be sweeter. But while this is sweet, dare I say rich and decadent, it's not cloying to me, and I'm picking up everything that I should pick up in this one, which is awesome. Body is thick. This is full bodied. For 10%, it's impressive. The 10-hour boil definitely helped out with that. It has a thick, almost slightly syrupy vibe to it, but without going overboard. Like, I'm not chewing the beer, but it's approaching that level. Has a nice oily, slick kind of mouthfeel too. This is mild to moderately carbonated, smack dab in the middle, so a little bit under carb. It has a nice, smooth, creamy sensation, but again, it has that oily, kind of slick kind of feeling on it. So body and mouthfeel are fantastic. The taste, like, this isn't super complex, but what's here, they hit the nail on the head. This one really doesn't hit me in stages. It's one of those front to back beers where like it just encompasses the whole palate and it's along for the ride for the vast majority of it. It's a beautiful mixture of tart and sweet blueberries, almost like a blueberry compote type of thing, where it leans a little bit more sweet than tart, but it has like a jamminess to it. Tons of maple syrup. It's definitely real authentic maple syrup. It has a blast. It's like not too sweet, but it has that big mapley vibe. There's sweeter dark chocolate, a bit of that coffee and dark roasted malt. And then on the finish, it peters out and has this beautiful like dry finish. It's not like bone dry, but it has a nice firmly dry finish. Very mild bitterness, not much bitterness to speak of, but it has a nice dryness here. I'm not going to bullshit you and be like, oh, this is greatly balanced and it's 50-50. No, it's not any of that. It's about 60-40, 65-35 in terms of the sweetness to the dryness. This is a big imperial pastry stout that is rich, it's decadent, it's sweet, but it's not too much. And more importantly than that, I think the flavor in this one is exactly what I was expecting when I read the label and then I see the ingredients. Like it has exactly what I'm looking for to a T. It almost has a slight salinity throughout too, which I know sounds weird. It's almost giving me, and I know this is going to sound even a little bit more weird, but salted, like dark chocolate covered, salted, like salted caramel, dark chocolate, dark caramel. What the fuck am I looking to say? Salted, dark chocolate, salted caramel. That's kind of, you know, you get those little squares from like, what the fuck's the name of it? Starts with an S. It's not Snyder's. I forget the brand. They're like in all the big box stores like Costco and Sam's Club and shit. But if you ever buy those, the squares, that's kind of what it's like. You melted down one of those, added some maple syrup and blueberries. It's 10%. It's a fucking imperial pastry stout. It's going to piss me off when I shut off the camera and I remember the brand. I can picture like the actual box or that comes in like a big plastic tub. Fuck me. This is great. This is absolutely great. It's not like world class to me. It's probably world class for stylistically and what they're going for. It's more just absolutely delicious and kind of they hit the nail on the head in terms of what they're going for here. I'm very impressed, especially since some of these out of order pastry sour beers have just not been for me. This one is definitely for me, and I wish that there were more of the stouts in the box as opposed to those out of order series and the hop forward beers. Although the hop forward beers were pretty good, so. This is really good. I don't know what I would add to this. Maybe some actual coffee to give more of like a coffee bitterness or break up the monotony of the sweetness. But yeah, this is really good. 10%, I can definitely tell. Nice warming in my chest. No real booziness on the palate, but from the body and all the intensity of the flavors, I can tell this is bigger. But this just has a nice warming in my chest, so this is really fucking delicious. Let me take one more sip. This is good. This is real fucking good. Imperial Stack Em High from RaR. What do I do in terms of rating? I'm gonna give this straight 4.5 out of 5. Like that's where I'm landing this one. Stylistically, for what they say, it's like a 4.9. Like it's as close to perfection as you can get. I gotta knock it down a little bit because it is just, you know, a bit maybe too much overall. I'm gonna probably drink the rest of this. Maybe save a little bit for my dad. But myself personally, this is fucking kind of exactly what I was hoping for when I cracked this open. So, and it's 4.5 months old. So, you know, it is what it is. Price point availability, like I said, I got this in that mixed 10-pack, so I paid $4.40 for each can. I did look on their website when I received the beer mail a couple months back, and they did have these on the website, RaR's website. It was $18 a 4-pack, so $4.50 a can, almost in line with what I paid, $4.40 a can. I think this is worth it. $18 4-pack for something this good. It does say right on the label here, I didn't show it to you, but it says drink fresh, which I did not do. And even so, this is great. Now, would I hold on to this for a very long time? I wouldn't. Maple syrup beers have a tendency to definitely change over time, lose the maple syrup flavor, and just get a generic sweetness. Sometimes they're very easy to get infected too. So I'd say if you have these in your fridge, drink them now. Drink them if you got them. Definitely do not age these, for a year or two. I don't think it's an ideal situation. And availability, it's RaR. Check their website. They do ship to some states. You'll see them at Halftime Beverage. Maybe if you're in a bigger city, they'll show up locally. They might get on Tavor. They're definitely they're more prominent nowadays, especially for the Out of Order series. But recently, like the last 6 months, a year, they're known for their hazy beers. Like people are going nuts about them, saying it's some of the best. And I've had a couple, and they're fucking delicious. So hopefully I get my hands on some more RaR beer. I have one more left from that Out of Order series. It's a blueberry vanilla beer, pastry sour, whatever. I hope that's good. That's my last one I have. So yeah, anyway, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. I think, Haste, you had this. I'm pretty sure you said this was really good. Could be wrong on that one. If you did, you're correct. If you didn't, I don't know. I loved it. So this is just exactly what I was looking for. Like I was like, I want a big pastry-esque beer today. I want blueberries. I want maple. They delivered. 4.5 out of 5. Can't really say much more than that. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one, it's going to piss me off that I don't remember the company of those dark chocolate salted caramels. Again, I've always seen them at like Sam's. You see them at Costco, even BJ's. And I don't remember. I think it starts with an S. I'm pretty sure it's not Snyder's. I'm pissed off. I'm going to remember like 5 minutes after I turn off the camera. And it's going to upset me. Does anyone care? They do not. Cheers.